What makes a good scan?
What is a selection?
What are layers?
What is resolution?
What is a JPEG?
What is TIFF?
What is RGB?
How do I crop a picture?
What is a zoom tool?
What is a clone stamp?
What are levels?
My name is Eric Basir, and I have produced this unique photo restoration and retouching foundations video course to answer all these questions and more. In my classes and workshops, I have taught hundreds how to preserve and restore their personal photographic collections with Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Photoshop Elements. Now you can have me as your personal instructor in this 10-lesson course. After studying the videos and easy-to-read workbook, you'll finish with a firm foundation of how to use Adobe Photoshop or any other photo editing program confidently and correctly.
Greetings, this is Ask The Retoucher. I'm your host, Eric Basir, and I am just so happy because I finally got a message from one of the students, one of the viewers, and I can't wait to share it with you. Now, this isn't just a friendly message of, hey, how you doing? I like your show. But this is actually a friendly message with a excellent solution for dealing with your corrupted SD cards. You know, those little memory chips that you might have in your camera. So we'll get to that in a minute. First, I wanted to review some important aspects of photo retouching, and I want to do this in every show, and that is to make this show about teaching, not so much about look at what I can do, but rather let me show you what you can do. One thing that I always really emphasize is understanding your image, understanding your file. And, you know, if you scan a photograph and, or you capture an image with your digital camera, there are some basic things that you need to always keep in mind, and one of those is resolution, and within the context of resolution you have two aspects. You have really it's to give it to you, we'll say image size. Okay, this is one thing you need to understand. Image size is comprised of these two things, and sometimes I use them. Everyone uses them, image size and resolution, as if it's the same thing, but it's not quite the same thing. The image size has little technical glitch. Image size is comprised of your resolution and your dimensions. Now, when I say resolution, we can look at it in different ways, but you're aware that an image or a picture has what they call DPI or PPI. It's more correctly named PPI, or pixels per inch. Now, DPI, it is different technically, but it's used interchangeably with PPI. So if someone says DPI, generally you can count on it. They mean PPI. DPI, PPI. So wait until we talk about LPI. Yeah, that'll really knock you out there. But your resolution, your PPI or your DPI, is, look at it as a third dimension. Look at it as depth. So we have this object here, and if I hold it on the screen just like this, and we measured the top to the bottom, you would have height. We measured it from the left to the right, we would have width. Turn it, you have depth. You have a third dimension. So you have right here the constraints of the image, and yet there is no depth to it. There's detail lacking in that sense, so you have depth.